Good morning, students. Many of you have requested me to make a presentation on the overview of PG syllabus, that is the MA syllabus, mainly followed in Bihar. So, today I am going to present my presentation on an overview of PG syllabus. In the PG syllabus, we have to remember there are certain courses. Firstly, there is core courses. Core course is which should be compulsorily be studied by a candidate as a core requirement on the basis of the subject of MA studies, and it is generally termed as core courses. So, you have around 14 core courses in your syllabus. Apart from that, you have to study elective courses. So, elective courses are those courses which can be chosen from a pool of courses and which may be very specific or specialized or advanced to the discipline of the studies. Apart from that, there is discipline specific elective courses which is shortly called which has been called as DSE, which are the courses which can be offered by the main discipline subject. And apart from that, there is generic elective courses, that is GE. Apart from that, there are other courses like ability enhancement courses. There is one paper which is termed as AEC, and ability enhancement compulsory courses AECC, which can be covered from environmental science and all. And apart from that, there is dissertation for the fourth semester students, which has to be attempted. So let us, without wasting any more time, let me move to the syllabus. So in the semester 1, you have CC1 to CC4, I mean 4 core courses and 1 AECC course. In semester 2, you have CC5 to CC9, that means 4 core courses again and 1 AEC course. From semester 3, we have CC10 to CC14, again 4 core courses plus 2 plus AECC courses number 2. And in semester 4, you have elective courses 1 and elective courses 2 plus dissertation or dissertation. Okay, so this is the basic structure of the courses which I am going to talk right now. And if you want to know more about the syllabus, you can pause the presentation and you can take a screenshot of the particular course. Okay, so let's move to the first semester. So in the first semester, the first course is English poetry from Chaucer to Milton. Okay, and there are 4 courses in the first semester, 4 CC. I am going to talk about the CC and ECC. So the first paper talks about English poetry from Chaucer to Milton. The question pattern is available here. You can again pause my presentation and follow the question pattern. So here in the particular paper, we have in the unit 1 Chaucer, Geoffrey Chaucer. He was a famous medieval English poet and whose Canterbury Tales has been covered here. In the part of Canterbury Tales, there is a general prologue and the part from the Wife of Bath. These two are in the unit 1. In the second unit, we have another distinguished poet from Elizabethan time period, which is Edmund Spenser. His famous poem, The Faerie Queene, has to be studied here. The book 1 of The Faerie Queene has to be studied here. And in the third unit of the poetry section, we have Shakespearean sonnets. There are 5 to 6 sonnets there, and all the sonnets are very important. You have to study all the sonnets. Unit 4 consists of metaphysical poetry, and the famous writers of metaphysical poetry like John Donne or Herbert or Andrew Marvell are to be studied from this particular unit. Now, the 5th unit is very important. This is John Milton's Paradise Lost, and in this particular unit you have to study the two books, book 1 and book 2 of Paradise Lost, which is an epic. Okay, so this is all about CC1. Let us move to the CC2. CC2 is a drama paper, and in this particular paper you have to study 5 plays, mostly Shakespearean plays. All the plays are written by Shakespeare. First one is Hamlet. Hamlet is a famous Shakespearean tragedy. So is King Lear. King Lear has to be studied. Then there is The Tempest and Twelfth Night. These two are the comedies. I mean, Twelfth Night is hilarious comedy. It's about role reversal and all. And Tempest is another prominent play by Shakespeare. And Unit 5 belongs to another famous Shakespearean tragedy, Antony and Cleopatra. So, in this particular paper, CC2, you have to study 5 plays, and all the plays are being written by Shakespeare. Okay, so let us move to the third paper, which is CC3. CC3 is a drama paper again, but dramas are mostly from 15th to 17th century. So, the title of this paper is 15th to 17th century drama, and in this particular paper you have to study certain other plays written by the contemporaries of Shakespeare. For example, there is Everyman, then Christopher Marlowe's Edward II, which is a very interesting play, I must say. Then there is Ben Jonson's Volpone, which is one of the most famous plays written by Ben Jonson. And then there is Webster's The Duchess of Malfi and Arthur Wayne's The Rover. All these 5 plays are in this particular paper. Let us move to the 4th paper, CC4, which is about the late 17th and 18th century. So, if you follow the pattern, at the first paper there are poetry, in the second paper there are Shakespearean dramas, in the third paper there are dramas written by the other writers from 15th and 16th century, and now we have literature from 17th and 18th century. And in this particular paper we have Alexander Pope's An Epistle to Dr. Arbuthnot, and then a famous satire by Jonathan Swift's A Modest Proposal, then a famous poem by Gray, an elegy written in a country churchyard, which is an elegiac play. We have a famous novel by Henry Fielding, which is Tom Jones, and we have a collection of poetry by William Blake, Songs of Innocence and Experience. So, this is a very exciting paper. And all these 4 papers consist the first semester along with the elective course. So, apart from all these 4 courses, 4 papers, the students have to attend the AECC course, Ability Enhancement Compulsory Course, which consists of environmental sustainability and Swachh Bharat Abhiyan activities. Okay, so this is all about the semester 1. Let us move to the second semester, the event semester. And in event semester we have 4 CC again, and the 5th CC, CC5, the 5th paper is very interesting. The title of this paper is Film and literature. In this particular paper, we have certain novels and their filmic transcription. For example, in unit 1, okay, sorry. So, in the unit 1 of this paper, we have certain key terms related to films and literatures. And in unit 2, there are certain novels like Rabindranath Tagore's Home and the World. In Bengali, it's called Ghore Baire. And the film is been directed and written by Satyajit Ray with the title Ghore Baire. So you have to study both the novel as well as the film. In the second unit, we have Khushbant Singh's novel Train to Pakistan, and there is another film with the same title Train to Pakistan by Pamela Rooks. Then unit 3, there is a novel called Amu by Sonali Bose, and the film also was been by Sonali Bose, which was done in 2005. And another very important classical novel is Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird, which was also been transcribed into film by Robert Patrick. You have to study that as well. And in unit 5, there is the novel Ken Kesey's One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and the brilliant film where Jack Nicholson plays the role of the protagonist, which has been transcribed into the film, and it was directed by Milos Forman. So these 5 novels you have to study along with the films. Okay, so this is a very interesting paper. And next paper is CC6. It is again about poetry, but this is about 19th century poetry. In this particular poetry, we have important romantic poets. For example, in unit 1, you have to study Wordsworth's The Prelude. Then another romantic poet, Coleridge, his famous poem The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Then there is Keats, his famous poem Hyperon. And apart from these 3 romantic poets, we have certain Victorian poets as well, like Arnold's The Scholar Gypsy and Robert Browning, and his famous dramatic monologues like Porphyria's Lover, or other poems like Rabbi Ben Ezra, Love Among the Ruins, etc. So these are the poetry, these are all the poems in the poetry paper. And apart from that, there is Christina Georgina Rossetti's Goblin Market, which is also to be studied. So let us move to the paper CC7, which is a criticism paper, and it talks about Indian and British criticism. I have presented several lectures earlier from this paper. So if you want to follow those lectures, you can go to the English playlist from Munger University YouTube channel. So in this particular paper, Indian and British criticism, we have to study Indian criticism, like the key concepts related to Indian criticism, for example, Rasa, Dhwani, Alankar, Bakrokti, Spota, Pratimukha, etc. We have Bharat Muni, we have to study Bharat Muni, we have to study Anandavardhana, and there are other writers like famous historian Amir Khusro. All these things we have to study from the Indian criticism. Unit 2 of this criticism paper is dominated by the classical criticism like Aristotle or Horace or Longinus. Aristotle's Poetics, Horace's Ars Poetica or Longinus on the Sublime we have to study. Unit 3 it talks about criticism in the pre-modern era, especially Philip Sidney's An Apology for Poetry, or John Dryden's An Essay of Dramatic Poesy, Alexander Pope's An Essay on Criticism, and of course Samuel Johnson, Dr. Samuel Johnson's preface to Shakespeare. And apart from that, we have a romantic criticism, the preface to lyrical ballads, and Coleridge's Biographia Literaria. And also we have to study Keats's From the Letters. So, and after that, we have to study certain modern criticisms like D.H. Lawrence, Why the Novel Matters, T.S. Eliot's Metaphysical Poetry, Hamlet and His Problems, and Terry Eagleton's Rise of English. Apart from that, there is another important exercise for the students, that is practical criticism. So, where one passage either from poetry or from prose has to be critically evaluated by the student in this particular paper. Okay, so let us move to the next paper. The next paper is Modern and Contemporary Critical Theory. This is also a paper from literary theory, and in this particular paper we have to study certain modern and contemporary critical theories like formalism. Under formalism we have to study Roman Jakobson, Viktor Shklovsky, Boris Stanislavski. Then there is structuralism. There are important terms we have to study like signifier, signified, sign, lang, parole, methemes, etc. Then there is Ferdinand de Saussure's Course in General Linguistics. Apart from that, another important study is there, that is narratology. Again, we have to study several key terms from narratology, and you have to study Vladimir Propp, the morphology of folktales, which is very important. The unit 2 talks about the psychoanalysis, feminism and eco-criticism. In psychoanalysis portion, you have to study Freud and Lacan. Those are very important, very pertinent psychoanalysts. Apart from that, we have to study feminism. In the you have to study Virginia Woolf and Spivak, and there is eco-criticism and green studies. There are eco-criticism and green studies as well. Unit 3 talks about Marxism, New Historicism, Cultural Materialism and Postcolonialism, where you have to study Marx, then New Historicism, histories like Nancy Armstrong, postcolonial writers like Homi K. Bhabha or Anya Lumba, and then post-structuralism like Derrida, Foucault, and obviously postmodernism like Loiter, Baudelaire, Deleuze-Guattari. So a whole lot of criticism has to be studied for this particular paper. Okay, so let us move to the 9th paper, CC9, which is 19th century fiction and non-fiction. So after 2 papers related to criticism, we have to come back again to the fiction and non-fiction. And in this particular paper, we have to study several important classical novels, classics. Those are absolute classics, because you have to study Jane Austen's Emma. Then another female novelist, George Eliot, her Middlemarch. Oh, then there is Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre, which is much dissected novels. Then there is Charles Dickens' Oliver Twist. And apart from these 4 novels, you have to study a non-fiction by a Victorian non-fiction by Matthew Arnold's Culture and Anarchy. Okay, so this is all about CC9, and apart from that, we have to do another ability enhancement course, AEC1, for the 2nd semester. For MA 3rd semester, again there is firstly a poetry paper, Modern and Contemporary Poetry, CC10. In this particular paper, you have to study several important modern poets like W.B. Yeats, T.S. Eliot, W.H. Auden, Ted Hughes, not only from the British literature but also from the American literature as well, like poets like Sylvia Plath, um, are these poets like Seamus Heaney. All these poems have to be studied. So there are around 20-25 poems from this paper. Okay, this is CC10, and apart from that you have to study CC11. CC11 is again a drama paper, modern and contemporary drama. In this particular paper, I love all the dramas which has been given for study. In this particular paper, we have several important plays from the several important modern plays like Samuel Beckett's Waiting for Godot, which is an absolute gem. Then John Osborne's Look Back in Anger. It's a kitchen sink drama. Then Ionescu's Rhinoceros, and Storm Stoppard's Rosencrantz and Guildenstern's Are Dead, and Dario Fo's The Accidental Death of an Anarchist. All the 5 plays, I am quite sure, can be cherished by the students, because with diverse plot and diverse features. Okay, so this is it. Let us move to the next paper, CC12, which is again modern contemporary fiction. This paper is titled as Modern Contemporary Fiction, and in this paper you have to study several modern novels like Joseph Conrad's Heart of Darkness, James Joyce, A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man. Apart from those two, we have Chinua Achebe, African novelist, whose Anthems of the Savannah has to be studied. Apart from that, we have Salman Rushdie's Midnight Children, which is a must read for any literature lover, and we have James Coetzee's Disgrace. So all the novels chosen for this particular paper are being taken from various countries, but more or less they are in the similar time frame, and all the plots are very exciting, and all the novels are very exciting read, to say the least. So apart from this, we have CC13, which talks about Indian literature in English and in translation. And now this is interesting because until now we were studying only British literature, or to some extent American literature, a little bit of African literature, but we have not studied Indian literature in that sense, apart from that paper, apart from one paper from your graduation syllabus. So in this particular paper, it is devoted to the Indian literature. So in this paper, we have to study Rabindranath Tagore's Gora, Amitabh Ghosh, The Shadow Lines, famous Tamil novelist Bama's Sangati, and a famous play Girish Karnad's Tughlaq. And apart from that, there are certain poems like Aurobindo's Cosmic Consciousness, Nazim Ezekiel's My Cat, and several other poems. M.S. Mohapatra's Abandoned British Cemetery of Balasore, then Arun Kolatkar, Oman, then D'Souza's Sweet 16, Aga Shahid Ali's Postcard from Kashmir. So there are a whole lot of poets from different places, different states, which are to be studied in this particular paper. Okay, so CC14 is again it's a linguistic paper, linguistics, and in this particular paper you have to study several facets of linguistics like descriptive linguistics. Then we have to study phonetics and phonology, and there are constant reference to the English language. And apart from that, there is morphology of English, morpheme, allomorph, word formation, morphophonemics. You have to study syntax, semantics, okay, lexical and grammatical meaning. Also, we have to study historical linguistics, the proto-history and history of English languages, and you have to study major language families like comparative method and internal reconstructions, how contact borrowings, how Grimm's laws, Verner's laws, all these things take place. Apart from that, you have to study sociolinguistics as well, and linguistics and language teaching you have to study. And most importantly, one particular part which draws my attention in this particular paper is that you have to study linguistics and literature, where you have to study style, Russian formalism, then the Prague school, stylistics, and literary competence. All these things you have to study in this particular paper. So apart from these 4 papers, CC 11 to CC 14, you have to study another ability enhancement compulsory course for the 3rd semester, which is human values and professional ethics and gender sensitization. So these 5 papers consist the 3rd semester. So let us move to the 4th semester. In 4th semester, you have to take elective courses from elective courses 1 and elective courses 2, and apart from that you have to present your dissertation and your GE courses. So among all the elective courses, the first one is the new literature. So new literature, in this particular part you have to study several new literatures from all over the world. Then we have Maria Campbell's Half-Breed, then Hansda Sorendrasekhar's The Mysterious Illness of Rupi Bhaske, then African writer Nogio Thiango and Mugo's The Trial of Dedan Kimathi, and we have Canadian poet Margaret Atwood, Pablo Neruda. We have Derek Walcott, again he is Caribbean writer, Langston Hughes, African American writers, and Maya Angelou. So we have to study a selection of poems from different continents, different countries, and we have to understand the concept of new literature from their writings. This is the first elective, EC1. In EC1 you can choose another part, that is American literature. This is exclusively American, and here you have very interesting names. One is Mark Twain, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. It's a very interesting novel. I would suggest you choose from EC. If you have to choose something from EC1, you may go for the American literature. You have The Song of Myself by Walt Whitman. He is a famous American poet. Apart from that, we have to study other American poets like Robert Frost. Okay, he has written several very interesting poems like The Road Not Taken or Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening, something like that. And then you can also study Tennessee Williams, A Streetcar Named Desire. It's a very interesting play, American play. And last but not the least, we have Alice Walker's The Color Purple. This is a very famous novel by Alice Walker. So if you choose American literature as your EC1, then you have to read all these things. You may also choose women's literature for your elective course. In this particular paper, you have to study several important novels like Virginia Woolf's A Room of One's Own, Margaret Atwood's The Handmaid's Tale. This is very interesting novel, and which has been made into form of e-content serial by Amazon Prime Video. You can also follow it. You can also watch it. It's very interesting. And apart from that, we have Sylvia Plath, American poet, who has written several important poems. We have to study that. And you can also study Maya Angelou. Unit 4 is Um, it's a work by Usha Ganguly, and the Unit 5 talks about Kiran Desai's famous diasporic novel, The Inheritance of Loss. So you have another option from EC1 to choose from. This is 16th and 17th century prose. Again, this is from the British literature. Here you have to study in Unit 1, you have to study the Bible, the book of Job. You have to study several essays by Sir Francis Bacon. Okay, essays of truth, the unity in religion, of revenge, of love, of studies, of ambition, of riches. These are exclusively Bacon's essays. And interestingly, you could have studied from Machiavelli. Machiavelli is the prince. This is a very important poetic, very important work. So you can follow this as well. So in the Unit 4 of this particular paper, you have Thomas More's Utopia. Utopia is the absolute land where everything is well and good. So Thomas More's Utopia you have to study. And apart from that, you have John Bunyan's The Pilgrim's Process. Okay. So, okay, you have another option for your elective EC1, that is cultural studies. In this particular paper, you have to study certain theoretical aspects from culture studies, introduction to the culture studies, then all the important contributors in culture studies like Stuart Hall, and then culture, power and inequality you have to study. You have to study Marxism, ideology, ideological state apparatus, hegemony, Frankfurt School, and then gender, race, ethnicity, class, caste, everything you have to study under culture studies. So this is a criticism paper which you can choose from EC1. From EC2, again you have to choose any one from EC2. The first paper which is being offered under EC2, elective course 2, is the translation theory and practices. In this particular paper, you have to understand translation theories, their definitions, their areas, the types of translations and all, translation as science and art. Then you have to study translation theories, linguistics and translation, Western Indian tradition. Okay, various theories of translation you have to study. And in the Unit 4, it is interesting, you have to do translation of literary text and problems, implications and significance in translation in various genres like poetry, drama, fiction, criticism, proverbs and idioms. And also under Unit 5, you have to attempt a brief text for translation into English from a choice of the passage in Hindi, Urdu or Bangla. So you have to given a passage and you have to translate it actually. So it's a kind of first hand knowledge. So you may go for this particular paper from EC2. So those who do not want to go for translation studies, you have partition narratives as EC2 paper. You can choose this one also. In this particular paper, you have to study certain partition works, partition novels, partition poetry. For example, you have to study Urvashi Bhutalia or Khusbant Singh's Train to Pakistan, or Bhisham Sani's The Train Has Reached Amritsar, Sadad Hussain Manto, Toba Tek Singh. Sadad Hussain Manto is a famous writer, and Rajendra Singh Bedi's Lajwanti. Then you have Prafullo Rai's father, Samaras Bosu's Farewell. You have Guljar's Ravi Par, or Intizar Hussain's Extract from Basti. And in Unit 5, you have to study Amrita Pritam's famous novel Pinjar. So this is all about EC2. So okay, another paper is there for EC2. This is the Writing in English from Bihar. This is interesting because since most of the students are from Bihar, so this is very interesting to study this particular paper. In this, there is a non-fiction, Sake Din Muhammad's The Travel of Din Muhammad. Then there is drama in Unit 2, where you have to study Syed Mehdi Imam's The Drama of Prince Arjun. From Unit 3, you have fictions, Amitabh Kumar's, and Tabiz Kher, of course. Is how to fight Islamic terror from a missionary position. Unit 4 consists of poetry, and there are several important Bihari English poets, Awadh Bihari Lal, Gurudas Mukherjee, Amarendra Kumar. Those things have to be studied. And Unit 5 we have criticism, like Kalimuddin Ahmed's Meaning of Criticism, Damodar Thakur's Spectrum, and Meenakshi Mukherjee's The Perishable Empire. So this is a brief overview of the PG syllabus which I have understood, and I have also suggested which part can be attempted from elective courses, and all the students, those who have any questions regarding the overview of the PG syllabus, may ask me question in the comment section. Thank you so much.